moments in time so remarkable that they capture the imagination of the world. The creation of Israel in the mid-20th century was such an event. From Holocaust to statehood in less than a decade, a daring, momentous leap for the Jewish people. In its first 50 years, Israel has brought hundreds of thousands of Jewish immigrants to its shores from the four corners of the globe, built towns and villages, established industry and agriculture, and developed a powerful army. The dreams of its founders have been realized. Israel exists. But the country has gone through enormous changes. 50 years on, Israel is still in the process of defining itself. The story begins in Europe at the close of the 19th century. Theodor Herzl, the founder of Zionism, believed that the only way to solve the problems of the Jews was to create a Jewish homeland. After several options were considered, it was decided that the location could only be Palestine, the biblical land of Israel. In November 1947, the United Nations voted in favor of partitioning Palestine into Jewish and Arab states.
Czechoslovakia, yes. Dominican Republic.
The vote of the General Assembly of the United Nations
Ecuador,
was conducted in a spirit of enormous tension and suspense.
Egypt, no.
It was a roll call vote, very slow,
Ethiopia,
and
abstain,
great possibility of deviations.
yes,
For some reason, it was only when it came to the vote of France
no.
that all the tension was relieved.
The resolution of the Dutch Committee for Palestine was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against, 10 abstentions.
The British administration will leave Jerusalem within a fortnight. Very shortly afterwards, the last of the British troops will be out of Jerusalem.
As British troops withdrew, the Jews considered their options. Would it be wise to declare a state? Some were against. Jewish leader David Ben-Gurion was ready to take the risk. On May 14, 1948, Ben-Gurion proclaimed the independent state of Israel. For the first time in 2,000 years, the Jews had a country they could call their own. Israel was a fact, but a fact which most Palestinians refused to accept. Palestine had been split into three entities: Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza Strip. Jordan annexed the West Bank. Gaza became Egyptian-occupied territory. Palestine no longer existed, except as a memory. Israel reveled in its newfound independence. Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion set two priorities: security and immigration. The country began the twin tasks of building a strong army and absorbing hundreds of thousands of new immigrants. In just 4 years, Israel would double its population.
Years I move from place to place, from camp to camp. All place I stranger, but here I not stranger. I never have house. This is my house, the house of my husband and of my child.
New immigrants flooded the country. First, the survivors of the Holocaust, the remnants of European Jewry. Then, Jews from Arab countries, from North Africa, from Eastern Europe.